Hello Summoners, it's Nightwolfmenace here with my first Grand Summoners video featuring a quick overall news cap for 4/12/2018. I've been playing this game since the Roy event, and I thought I would start sharing some information and my enjoyment for this game. So, without further ado, let's hop right into the video. Starting off with the news, we have a new banner summon featuring Obliteration Witch Aristella, Scarlet Giant Zoldez, and Wise Behemoth Olgoth. Now, Obliteration Witch Aristella is in my opinion the best unit out of the three on this banner. She is a water element healer that has access to a 5-star heal slot, a 5-star defense slot, and a 4-star support slot max limit break. Her art heals all allies' HP by 35% and cures all status elements, except for Faint, while her skill does 700 water damage and heals all allies' HP by 100. She has one ability which reduces the magical damage she takes by 20%. She is also a future-proof unit, as she does have an Awaken currently in JP. Next up, we have Scarlet Giant Zoldez, a fire defender. He has access to 5-star defense slot, 5-star physical attack slot, and a 3-star defense slot max limit break. His art is a little bit confusing. I'm sure it's a mistranslation, as I'm sure it means reduce all allies' damage taken except for himself by 100% for 5 seconds, instead of what it says here, which increases damage taken by 100% for 5 seconds for everyone else. If someone can clarify that, that would be great. It also does 7,000% fire damage. His skill is similar to Doran's, as it does damage and reduces his damage taken by 10% during his skill animation. He has access to 2 abilities, which reduces his magical damage taken by 20%. He can also evade and reduce the burning status by 60%. In my opinion, he seems pretty niche, but I'm sure he has his places in his usage. Last up, we have Wise Behemoth Olgoth, an earth attacker and the best burst earth damage unit we currently have available. He has 2 5-star physical slots and a 3-star heal slot at max limit break. His art does 1300% earth damage and increases everyone's arch gauge by 20% except for himself. Some nice utility there. His skill does 1900 earth damage and increases his own art gauge by 5. He has access to 3 abilities, which reduces his physical damage taken by 30%, increases his damage to machines by 100%, and it also increases all allies' max HP by 500, while also increasing damage to water elemental units by 25%, stacking only 1 time. Again, he's our best earth damage dealing unit, who I'm certain will see quite a bit of use in one of the new giant boss battles. Speaking of giant boss battles, we have this update has introduced 2 legendary birds, Articuno and Moltres, as boss battles. I mean, on a serious note, Pokemon reference aside, we have Cry of the Zorok, which is a water element bird boss that drops a 4-star guaranteed first time completion support relic, Zero Recorder. Basically, it's like a dark white spear with the added benefit of adding the freeze status effect to all allies' attacks, which is pretty nice. It also has a chance to drop the relic Frostkiller, a 3-star magic item that does 3400% water damage. The other giant boss battle, Crimson Flames of the Phoenix, is a fire boss that drops a 5-star guaranteed first time completion healing relic, Parousia? I'm not sure if I'm saying that name right. It heals a target by 3000, and if equipped to a fire elemental unit, it makes them evade the paralyze effect for 5 seconds. The only fire unit I can think of that can take advantage of the secondary effect at the moment is the new event unit Sophie, which we will get to later. The other item that can drop is the 4-star defense relic Claritus, which negates all allies' damage by 400 for 8 seconds, and reduces enemy fire elemental damage by 35. Very neat for the boss itself, and for Sophie's Specs event. Do note though, all giant boss battles with this update cost 50% less than normal for the next 6 days. So if you're done farming Sophie, I highly recommend you start grinding some of these bosses to max out them relics. Last but not least, we have Sophie's event to cover. Sophie can be attained from the event when you complete the Master Chef quest. She is another unit that can reach 100 luck when you receive her dupes from the EX quest, and if it's like the Ganon event, the best place to raise her luck will be to farm her limit break, while her awakening materials can be farmed more easily from EX1. Don't quote me on that though, as this is just speculation based off of Ganon's event. She is a fire element support breaker with a 5-star support slot, a 5-star heal slot, and a 4-star physical attack slot at max limit break. Her art does 6,000 fire damage with a break power of 2,900, and also increases all allies' skill cast time by 30%, with fire element allies gaining an additional 30% cast time. Her skill does 800 fire physical damage and has 2,500 break with a cast time of 8 seconds. She has 2 abilities, one which increases the attack power of fire elemental allies by 30%, while the other makes her evade the burning status 80% of the time, and when it is applied, reduces its duration on her by 80%. She is a decent free unit who pairs nicely with Ganon for high luck farming, but I wouldn't use multiple of her in a party, as you're more than likely going to be lacking in the damage department. Sophie's event also drops some event exclusive items, with the first one being a 5-star support item, the Super Pan, Wildcat, which is guaranteed to drop from EX1 as a clear within 180 seconds reward. At max stats, it gives 250 HP, 125 attack, and 125 defense as a passive, and is a 70-second cooldown. It also has the ability Skill Speed Up level 1, which increases the equipped unit's skill cast time speed by 5%. When activated, it does a measly 100% fire damage, but it has a massive 7,000 break power, which is really insane. I can see some use on it on the Machine Core giant bosses or other bosses that you really want to break in the future quickly. The second event item is a 4-star healing item, Custom Order Tonk Blanche, which gives 120 HP and skill speed up level 1 to the unit it's equipped to, with the same effect as the Super Pan. When activated, it regenerates 100 HP for all allies every second for 7 seconds, and has a cast time of 50 seconds at max. It is guaranteed to drop from the 3rd quest, Pride of the Adventurer, assuming you complete the mission with no continues. Finally, we have the 3-star physical attack item, Beloved Flame Meat Knife. It gives 60 attack and has the ability Beast Killer level 1, which increases the unit it is equipped to's damage by 10% to beasts, and does 2,200 fire physical damage when activated, and has a 35-second cast time. It is guaranteed to drop from the 1st quest, and Sophie's Truth, which assuming you complete the no continues mission requirement. That's all really for this video. I do plan on doing an in-depth analysis of each unit as I acquire them, ranging from their stats, how, when, and where to use them, as well as best in slot equipment selections. I currently have the Healer, Aristella, and the Earth unit, but I do not acquire the Fire unit, so hopefully I'll get them in the future. Let me know what you would like to see next. I was thinking of doing an Specs guide, followed by 2 new giant bosses. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and comment down below your thoughts on what you liked about this video and what you didn't like or hope to see. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!